On January 18th or 19th of 2025, my then wife of 7+ years asked for a divorce through a text message. We weren't doing well in our marriage. And I was working in therapy. I'm a combat veteran. I was doing intensive therapy. The VA had messed up my medications. I was doing my best. She asked for a divorce through a text message, and I didn't want to be there when my son came home alone because I knew I would not be well. I knew I would have an entire day of thinking about how my life was destroyed, how suddenly I wasn't going to be living in this house with my wife and our son when he came home from school, when he graduated, when he brought his first partner home. I moved in with my sister. 2 days later, when my ex's paycheck should have hit the account, now mind you, all of the money I get from the VA and Social Security comes in at the beginning of the month, and that paid for the mortgage on the house, for our food, for our other bills. And the money didn't show up. She had already switched the money over to her own account. She said it was a mistake, that it was just supposed to be her commission, but it wasn't a mistake. She insisted on telling our son that very Friday that we were getting a divorce and that this was permanent and we weren't getting back together. I have never had a conversation with her about our divorce. It's only been through text message. I struggled to rebuild the relationship with our son. He was distant, and I understood. But he began to use words like abandonment. And I wasn't quite sure where he was getting this because I didn't think she was the type of person to say that. Because I thought, if you ask for a divorce, how can I abandon you? I got my own place in May of last year. I got my son a bed. I got him a bedroom. He loves his room. And I don't get to see my son 50-50 because I can't drive. And she knew that. When she asked for a divorce, she knew that I was going to have difficulty getting to him. And then my son, in January, looked at me and said, "You didn't have to leave." And I thought, surely he was talking about, what? I don't know what he's talking about. And he looked at me and said, "Mommy said you didn't have to leave." She asked for a divorce. Made sure her money was not in the bank account. Insisted on telling him that we were getting divorced. And then when she found out she was not going to be able to have full custody of him, when she found out she was going to lose the house that my VA loan got, that she refused to leave, that was ADA compliant because I knew I would need it as I aged. And she insisted on keeping it. And when she found out she couldn't get it refinanced, she stopped paying and she left the house for 6 months. She is legitimately telling her attorney that I left, that I abandoned them. And that's why her life is destroyed. It's why she lost her house. It's why her credit score is messed up. I have never thought she would do this. What is this whole story for? Why am I telling you all of this? Because I'm trying to pay for my attorney. I got a call today. I have $1,000 balance. I've already paid $5,000. I have $1,000 balance because we've had to continually go to court, and she has not given me the proceeds from the house. She has not given me my house. And I see my son every other weekend, and on school, holidays, and half day. Oliver, hey, shh. Look, it's okay. It's okay. I don't see him. And it breaks my heart. And it hurts him. So I'm asking for help. And I don't like to ask for help because I'm trying to pay off as much as I can. But it is stacking up. I don't like asking for help because I'm a standalone person. But unfortunately, I can't just get a job. I can't. I'm unable to just get a job to make the difference. But the difference is literally almost $1,000 every couple weeks. And if I don't pay it, I'm going to lose my attorney. Then I'm going to lose my son. I have cried so much. I've never told him any really thing ill about his mom. But when he started saying that, I said, no, honey, that's not true. Your mother asked for a divorce. She made sure that her money wasn't in a bank account. She made sure to tell you that we were getting a divorce. And then when she found out, it was going to backfire. Or maybe she changed her mind. I don't know. She never told me that she wanted me back. She never told me she wanted to talk about it. Every time I asked her why this was happening, she would blame it on my PTSD every time. I have always been honest and open about who I am. She knew I had combat PTSD. She knew that I'd been in therapy. She knew that I'd been working on all these things. She knew my soft spots. She knew my buttons. She told everyone on Facebook, her family, friends, that I'm a narcissist and capable of empathy. So that's my story. Sorry it's so long, but that's my story. And if you can help, that's great. But if you can't, I understand. I will put the link in the comments if you're interested. If you have questions about why the fuck this is happening, ask them in the comments, I guess. Thank you for just listening. It's a crazy story, and it's happening. And it happens to veterans a lot, and a lot of people, men and women.